Laura Cruz. All right, so where are we on discovery?
Defer with Mr. Smith, I believe he has.
Okay. And were you able to tender an offer or no? All right, Ms. Ferguson.
Yes.
I need this recalled in 1 month.
Yeah.
Early December, please. All right, we're going to come back on December 4th. At that time, an offer will be tendered. And council, there's going to be a quick turnaround for a plea deadline date.
Okay,
All right. So once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
thank you.
All right, thank you. Oh, and council, if you all can do an acknowledgement of discovery then before you leave.
Okay, yes, fine.
All right, thank you. Oh, that's the defense signing off saying that they've received everything that they're entitled to that's in the state's possession. Now, with an acknowledgement of discovery, what ends up happening is that's supposed to be what the state has currently. If new things come in or the state discovers new thing, they still have to turn that over. So sometimes you have an amended discovery because they've received new things. All right, Terry Talton. And after Terry Talton, it will be Johnny Gonzalez. And probation, there's no application, is that
No
correct?
application.
All right, thank you.
Yes, I did.
Court is calling 2025 CR 01986 State versus Terry Talton. Can I have parties announced?
As trustee.
Robert Bromont for Terry Talton.
And are you Mr. Talton?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Talton, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Talton, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Ma'am.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights? And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, ma'am, he has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
He's mentally competent.
Mr. Talton, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not a U.S. citizen by entering into this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 180 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. There's an $800 fine and no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Good.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State offer states exhibit 1 in one attachment.
No objection. Your
All
Honor.
right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
All right. All right, so in regards to this case, I know that the theft case is not a misdemeanor. I guess it's a municipal court case.
Yes, sir. There's no pending theft in our office.
All right, okay, thank you. All right, is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
I think he'll do well. Needs to get back to work.
All right. Then the court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to $800 fine. Time and money will run concurrently. And the court will sentence you to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. Does he have adequate time or no?
Yes, 112 days.
112 days.
All right. So you'll receive credit for any time served. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. So here's the thing. It appears that you may have a drug problem. If you do not take care of that, what's going to end up happening is you're going to be in and out of jail, maybe prison, or either somebody's going to have to identify your body because the last time you use may be the last time you use. The other thing, your attorney is telling me you have 112 days in.
Yes, ma'am.
Usually people are like, well, why didn't she give me a judgment satisfied? Let me explain to you why I didn't say judgment satisfied on the record. I am not in charge of your receiving 2-for-1 or 3-for-1 at the jail.
Right.
Normally, if you're in general population, which means you're not causing any problems, for every day you spend in custody, the sheriff will give you credit for 2 days. If you're a trustee, which means you do work at the jail, maybe clean, maybe laundry or whatever, then the sheriff, instead of paying you money, they'll give you credit for every day you serve, you'll get credit for 3 days. I'm not in charge of that. So if they say that you are causing problems at the jail, they can take away your 2-for-1.
Yes, ma'am.
So the only thing I'm in charge of is I just sentence you to 180 days. You have to serve 180 days. How the sheriff is calculating that, that's how they calculate that. So I can't say you have a judgment satisfied because they're giving you credit for that, not me. You understand?
The
All right, good luck to you.
deadline, something, basically, I'll have to do like 2 more months.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I'm only giving you credit for the 112 days.
Okay.
If the sheriff is giving you credit for every 2 days that you're in or every 3 days that you're in, they will probably release you. Now, mind you, I can send a letter to them and say, I want this person to serve every day and not get 2-for-1 or 3-for-1. I can do that. But what I cannot do is I can't force them
Okay.
to give you 3-for-1 or 2-for-1.
Yes.
That's completely up to them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, who's here on Johnny Richard Gonzalez?
Mr. Gonzalez for president, ready?
Okay. Court is calling 2025 CR 010295 State versus Johnny Richard Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Mr. Sullivan for I'm sorry, for Mr. Gonzalez. Sorry.
And are you Johnny Richard Gonzalez? All right, you entered a plea to count one and count two. You entered a plea of guilty. The defense waived PSI and waived a TAP evaluation. According to the plea bargain agreement, the state was proceeding on counts one and two. Punishment was to be assessed at a cap of 8 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. The state is opposed to your application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. They're taking in consideration 2025 CR 013223. There's to be restitution of $180 to DPS. And there's to be restitution in AUS -2502 -02545. State, do you have any witnesses?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Then state you are opposed.
From what I can see in front of me, I believe our opposition has to do with his criminal record. Going to hand it over to Dan.
All right, thank you. So if you'll announce for the record, please. All right, defense has informed me on this case. He has no witnesses. The state is opposed to the defendant's application. Do both parties need a couple of minutes?
Yes, Judge, I guess it's review. I was going to offer the criminal history.
Yes,
That's what.
okay.
No objections, Your Honor. I think this all boiled down to one conviction for drugs and one conviction in the police for violation. It's no problem at all. I'm comfortable. I'm just- We have no objections to the.
Then the court will review the exhibit. All right, defense, any witnesses or is just argument?
Just argument, Your Honor.
All right, you may proceed.
Yes, ma'am. As I look at his history, he's got an issue and all of it seems to circle around drugs. The court did the thing I think that's helping him the most regardless of the sentence today, and that was he needed treatment. And he got treatment and he went to lifetime. I think it was 45 days there. And Your Honor, since that time, my understanding, the reason he was put back in jail was because he was having some issues with his bail bondsman. And the conclusion, and the only conclusion I can reach about him, it's an excellent one. And that is the fact that treatment so far took on him. And we would submit to the court based on that this court consider probation and all the things that this court can use to make sure he performs well. Or in the alternative, this is a cap, sentence him at the lower end of the cap. And once again, this is because from what I can tell, lifetime took. And I know he's got a lot more work to keep it working. He's gonna have a day in day life where you fight drugs and there's a program out for them. He needs to make a meeting every day for the next 90 days, regardless if he's in jail or out of jail. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, you were talking that you denied the application since 8 years in prison. I think that the defendant's record is pretty clear that he had been given a chance previously for treatment. And not only does he keep possessing narcotics and controlled substances, but with felony convictions, he's also possessing firearms. And so as part of the plea deal, we did waive the habitual enhancement. And what was listed on the indictment is a 2017 conviction for possession with intent to deliver PG1 less than 1 gram but in a drug-free zone. And then the second enhancement was for a 2020 felon in possession. And so I think there are programs to address drug issues, but there's no program to address somebody that just is committed to possessing firearms for that reasons or application.
All right, thank you. Is there anything you wish to say?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Johnny Richard Gonzalez.
All right, what would
I
you like to say?
would like to say that lifetime recovery helped me a lot because I didn't know how to deal with none of my past issues. I was self-medicating, and with lifetime recovery, I learned how to cope. I learned how to ground myself and process the situation, and now I know how to cope with it. And I would like to continue my life with the tools that I learned at lifetime.
All right, state any questions?
So, Mr. Gonzalez, back in 2024, when you picked this case up, and then you have the other case that was from 2025, you're aware of those two charges that you're here for today, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and so you would agree with me that the facts and circumstances of both of the cases are kind of similar, correct?
Yes.
And that you were operating a motor vehicle both times, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then both times you were asleep at the wheel, is that correct?
Yes.
And that's how the police officers make contact with you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so in the 2024 case, you were also, well, I guess what was going on in your life that you were asleep at the wheel of a motor vehicle?
I was going on with family issues, and so I was self-medicating, and I was working as well. So I just didn't know how to cope with none of that stuff.
And when you say self-medicating, what were you using to do that?
I was using methamphetamines so I could still be able to work.
And then in the 2024 case, in that case, you were also in possession of a floodlight, is that correct? The motor vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. And when did you complete lifetime recovery? Was that a part of your bond?
It was part of a pretrial. Yes. And I don't remember the date I completed.
And was that inpatient or outpatient?
It was inpatient.
Okay. And do you recall how many days that was?
It was 45 days.
Okay. And then just regarding your history, I mean, you do have prior history of drugs and also possessing a firearm, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Just one question.
Mhm.
You understand for the rest of your life, especially for the first 2.5 years, you need to make a meeting every day. Sometimes more than one day.
Yes, sir.
That's the only way you know you can make it.
Sir.
Thank you. Pass it, Sean.
All right, I have a few questions.
Hmm.
Any objection?
No, no, no.
Okay, so gang affiliation, any?
No, ma'am.
All right, so you said you were going through things. What things were you going through that you continue to use?
I was going through my father had just passed recently, and so while he was sick, everybody was fighting over the property, and I was not. My brother does not let me stay there because I was self-medicating and stuff. But everyone's arguing over the property and stuff, and just
Which people do when there's no will.
yeah.
That's why everybody should have one.
Mhm. And so when my father passed, my brother ended up making a will and put everything in his name. And so I was in the streets, so I was just
Well, that's sort of a crime, maybe. I don't know.
yeah.
Somebody just can't make up a will after somebody passes and sign off on it.
So like I was just
But it's been to happen.
I was just trying to survive, but I didn't know how to cope with none of that stuff before. I didn't know how to ground myself and process it and use my brain. So, but I learned a lot when I was in lifetime.
What did you learn at Lifetime?
I learned how to slow down and process the situation, and instead of taking off to the races, no, I ground myself and find coping skills as working out or the Bible and working, just staying busy and doing meetings and just speaking about my problems.
Mhm. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
I have a 15-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 5-year-old.
And have you been in their life at all?
Yes, ma'am.
while you've been using?
Unfortunately, it's
All right, any other questions?
No question, John.
All right, so here's the thing. I'm gonna give you a choice. Some people I can give choices, some people I can't give choices. Some people will come before me and they'll say, hey, you just gave this guy a choice. Why can't I have a choice? And I'm like, because you're charged with murder, you know? So I'm going to give you a choice. Here is your choice. One, are you deserving a deferred adjudication? Absolutely not. But I will give you deferred adjudication. And what I can tell you about deferred adjudication, the state is asking that your punishment be capped at 8 years. If you are unsuccessful at deferred adjudication, you will be looking at the full range of punishment. That's 10 years. Right? But I'm telling you, with deferred adjudication, you're going into inpatient treatment. You're either doing inpatient treatment or felony drug court. Felony drug court, they may or may not be able to accept you. We can see. But if felony drug court doesn't accept you, inpatient treatment, there's no coming back to me saying, Judge, it's taking too long for inpatient treatment, because that's where you would be going. Or this is your other option. I will find you guilty and I will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Which do you prefer?
impatient.
All right. Then this is what the court will do. Counts 1 and count 2 will run concurrently. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs. And state, I know you were opposed, but does anyone want to give their opinions on the length of a deferred adjudication?
I'll defer to the court.
I would defer to the court too. I think you're using your wisdom to decide where you're going. And I agree. If this guy needs to be in a place from my life's perspective, that he has to live with this every day. In the words he's got to constantly say is go to a meeting, go to a meeting, go to a meeting. If you feel anything in your brain, any new thing or old thing, drag your butt to a meeting. That is one thing you can always simply do.
All right. So there is to be 8 years deferred adjudication, proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. That could potentially change. It's going to 100% depend on you, because you should not be around any children, unless you are supervised in a controlled environment until I deem that you are clean and sober. There's to be no residing in households with minors. There is to, Ms. Abrams, do we still need to do a TAP, even though I'm saying that he is to do inpatient treatment?
Yes, Judge.
All right, there's to be a TAP evaluation in custody. Follow TAP after TAP in custody, I want inpatient treatment. So there'll be inpatient treatment. I want a referral to felony drug court in custody. And of course, Ms. Abrams, this felony drug court accepts him. I would prefer for him to be in that program. There's to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, 20 hours will be deemed satisfied. The remaining 180 hours, for every sober meeting you do, 100 hours will be deducted from your community service hours. Take in consideration 2025 CR 013223. There's to be $180 restitution to DPS. State, the cause number I guess this is AUS 2502.
Yes, Judge.
02545, is that different from the DPS?
That's just a reference number for the GPS, like
Okay.
reference for the restitution.
All right, so there's $180 restitution to DPS with reference number AUS 2502-02545. Probation, is there anything else that's needed?
It's inpatient treatment you want.
He needs safety. Oh, I said 8 years deferred. Okay, thank you. Is there anything else?
Nothing else on my end, Judge.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Thank you so much.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. So here's the thing. You came in here thinking, hey, I'm probably going to go to prison. This is your chance to change your life. If you do not, what's going to end up happening is you're looking at 10 years in the prison on each of these counts. It'll run concurrently because it has to run concurrently, but that will be potentially 10 years away from your children if you mess up on that. And by the time you come out, some of your children will be adults, and some of your children may be calling somebody else father, right? And if you don't want that, you need to change your life, because the last time you use may be the last time you use. You understand? And you now know, if you didn't know before, you're not allowed to possess any weapons. I know that sometimes people are going to go get drugs from certain places they shouldn't be getting drugs for, so they need protection. You can't do that. You're not allowed to carry a weapon. You're a felon. You understand? Is there anything else that you need from the court so that you can be successful on this probation? All right. So here's the thing. From here on out, everything that you do, you need to ask yourself, could this potentially result in me going to prison for 10 years? If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it. And if you don't want to do it for yourself, then do it for your children. You should always do it for yourself. But if you don't think you're worth it, ask yourself, are your children worth it? You understand? And that whole conflict you have with your relatives, when you use, sometimes relatives get tired. It's like, we've invested this, we can't trust them anymore. So you're going to have to build up your reputation for trust and honesty with them again. You understand? All right, good luck to you. Mr. Gonzalez, you're going to be in limbo for a little bit until that misdemeanor case is taken care of. So your defense attorney needs to take care of that. I have no jurisdiction over that. Carly Marquez. All right, you were on time today. That's great. All right. So who's the prosecutor on Charlie Marquez?
Galloway.
And his, I guess the PF case, that's an assault case. Is that going to be a district court matter?
Yes, Judge. I've reviewed all of the cases myself, and these have been offer or from myself as all cases that I've used. Will have some additional investigation over to the docs before they were.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. On Marquez, I need a plea deadline date in December, please.
Yes, I can do.
All right, your plea deadline date is going to be December 8th. At that time, you need to let the court know whether you've reached an agreement or not. If you have not reached an agreement, your next setting will be a jury trial. Do you understand? Yes. All right, thank you.
Judge, on the 8th, I have a seminar that morning.
Okay.
You just would need to know if we have an agreement.
Well, no, let me do this. So you say your
Out
seminar
on
is,
the 8th and 9th.
Yeah.
I'll be.
all right, Norma. Recall this for December 11th. Defense counsel said he has a seminar. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Who is here on goal?
We have a communications issue. This English is very limited. We need an Arabic translator or you can take me off the case and appoint an attorney that is an Arabic speaker.
Attorney who's an Arabic speaker, who is it? All right, if you call Jaime Adope, please. All right, just have a seat and we'll see if
Get
we.
Jaime on there.
All right, thank you. Your excuse. All right, just have a seat. Jaime states that he speaks Arabic, but not legal. So there is an attorney with the MAC who speaks Arabic,
Okay.
and so they'll come down and help you. All right, thank you. Valena Page. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you, ma'am?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Fine.
Okay, let me see what's happening in Odyssey. All right, so on this case, where are we on discovery?
I'm still missing some body cams. I'm gonna bring him a USB. I'm gonna bring the state a USB.
Okay,
Their footage should do this, they just put it. So I'll download them onto this.
They're not finished.
so other than the body cams, is there anything that's missing?
I don't know at this time, Your Honor. I don't believe there is, but I'll have to review it
All right,
again.
Ms. Ferguson.
Yes.
I need a 30-day reset and state at that time you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer.
We have an offer, good.
Ah, okay. Then Norma, set this for a plea deadline date the last week we're here in December.
Yes, ma'am, I can do.
All right, so we'll be back on December 15th. At that time, you need to let me know whether or not you've reached an agreement with the state. If you have not reached an agreement, then your next setting is going to be a jury trial and it'll be sometime in the new year.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have any questions about anything?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
All right, Nicholas Aguilar. Morning. All right, so you're not doing well on probation, right?
I had a hiccup, yes.
Well, people can call them hiccups, but this is what I want to tell you. What you're on probation for, you're looking at potentially 20 years in the prison, right? So in this court, your attorney will tell you, in order to be successful on probation, communication is key. And the conditions I give people, they're all designed so that they can help them be rehabilitated. And I don't have to see them anymore unless they're coming back to tell me, hey, I've done great. You know, will you let me off of probation early? You understand?
I understand, Your Honor, yes.
So my understanding is that with the motion to revoke, the state, you're withdrawing it.
Yes, Judge, we're going to withdraw it after discussing with defense. We wanted to alter an amendment condition as well. To add intensive outpatient as well as civil support reviews 3 times per week.
So are you currently taking sober support meetings?
I go to Club 12 once a week on Sunday, currently.
And is that working for you? Here's the thing. I'm inclined to sign the motion to withdraw the MTR. But in order for me to do that, and this is why I wanted to talk to you and I'd like to talk to people, you've got to figure out, because I can't do meetings for you. You got to figure out what you need to remain clean and sober.
I think more meetings will help, Your Honor.
More meetings?
Yes.
So how many meetings do you think you need per week?
2 to 3, I think will be okay.
All right. So probation,
Yes, Judge.
on this one, I'll alternate amend conditions to include IOP. And counsel, it's not recommended at this time, but I am going to let him talk to the people at felony drug court, because they may give him some ideas to help him maintain his sobriety, or he may talk to them and decide that he wants to be in felony drug court. So I want him to, do I still need to do that as a referral? All right, so I'm going to do a referral to felony drug court, but it's really for him to get educational awareness.
Thank you, Judge.
So it'll be a referral to felony drug court, and you're gonna do sober support meetings 2 times per week until further notice. If you feel you need more than that, then that's on you to do more. But you need to do a minimum of 2. And the reason why I'm saying that you have to do that, because I was gonna do 1 per week. But you're telling me what you need, and what you need is 2 to 3 times per week. So it's gonna be 2 sober support meetings per week at a minimum. Alternate men to intensive outpatient treatment, and a referral to felony drug court. If felony drug court is a better fit for you, and you know yourself better than I do, then I'm gonna recommend that you choose felony drug court. You understand?
I do.
All right, is there anything else?
No, thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Really appreciate. Oh, and we need to withdraw the warrant.
Oh, I will take care of that.
Perfect. Thank you,
All right,
Judge.
thank you.
I appreciate it.
All right. All right, thank you. Hi.
Morning, Judge Matt Brooks.
Yes,
Judge, I believe the court was looking for Arabic interpretation. Is that correct?
yes.
Okay, and I know a very little bit, not enough to really do more than get by, but we do have a language line we can make available to the appointed lawyers now. So
You'll speak with Mr. Rodriguez.
hopefully we can take
Everything.
care of it. Thank you. Judge.
All right, thank you so much. Oh, no, we will always find a translator. There is no, we can't find a translator, because you must find a translator. Because all of these documents are in English. And when if someone can't understand the documents in the English language, then they're not knowingly, voluntarily entering into any agreement, because they don't understand what they're signing. Even when you have someone who can't read and write, someone needs to be able to read those documents to them word for word, so that they can understand, because you have to understand the consequences of entering into certain type of agreements. And so the person who speaks Arabic, somebody needs to talk to him about, are you a citizen? Are you not a citizen? Somebody needs to be able to explain to him, this is what you're charged with. These are the consequences. And if you can't, then that's a problem. Mr. Cabanas? On Israel Cortez, I know they're bringing him out. Do you have an update on the competency and sanity?
It's been updated, so that's been resolved, Your Honor.
All right, so there's no issue with competency or sanity?
No,
Put that in there. And then where are we on discovery?
let me tell them this, have her up here.
Okay.
So on discovery, Judge, the state gave me the cell phone extraction from my client. I asked if there was a cell phone extraction done on the decedent, and we just confirmed that they tried to do it, but they were unable.
Mhm.
And so if they don't have it, I guess they don't have it. And so it looks like we have everything we need as far as discovery compliance from the state.
Okay. So if you all can do an acknowledgement of discovery. Now, here's my next question. Has an offer been tendered or no?
I believe Jason gave him an offer before I got here.
Yes, Judge.
All right. So we can do a plea deadline date for late December.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you can do a plea deadline date on this one for the last date in December,
I can do the 15th.
is that good for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so plea deadline date will be December 15th, and if you all can get the acknowledgement of discovery from me.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I think they brought your client out.
Okay.
Israel Cortez?
He's here, Judge.
Oh, okay, I didn't see him. Oh, just have a seat, sir. Angelica, Marie Angelica Ineosa? Who's the attorney? Are you all ready to proceed?
We are ready.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 2987 State versus Marie Angelica Ineosa. Can I have parties announced?
Yes, Marty and us.
Monica?
Marty.
Mari, okay, I'm gonna work on that. Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate that. So it's Mari and Angelica Ineosa.
Correct.
Can I have parties announced?
Elizabeth Settle for the defense.
And are you Mari
Marty, yes.
Angelica Ineosa? All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney, and did you understand it? Are you the same Mari Angelica Ineosa who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 2987 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 gram to 4 grams on March 2nd, 2022 for a period of 2 years and extended for a total of 2 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violation of condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Marty on did then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of May, June, July, and August 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
We would have been there.
Any objection?
No objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court can find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is one, the state is grant the state's motion, enter an adjudication appeal against the descendant with supervision and sentence for to 5 years in this prison. The reason that the state is asking for that is the defendant over the NTR. She's been allowed for adjudication since 2022. And had 2 prior NPRs, one that was resolved in 2022 where the court added sufficient to help her with her reporting issue back then, and then one that was resolved in 2023 where she was ordered to move status. Now, I will concede it does look like she just successfully completed status. However, she did not follow through with the aftercare and then just basically responded from the jurisdiction of the court. And for those reasons, we're asking for
Judge, I'm asking that you follow what probation's recommendation was in the court summary. Extend her for 1 year with GPS and ISP supervision for the duration of her probation. Judge, she did complete the status successfully. I believe there was a violation during the aftercare, but she did the bulk of that as well. Judge, she does have a job. She would have a job when she gets out. She's now become aware of vealing, which was, she had transportation problems, which led to some of these violations. So we're just asking one more chance, Judge. She's has no prior felonies. And we're just asking that you allow her to continue on her probation.
All right, why did you disappear? You want to raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Why did you disappear?
I just, like she said, I was having transportation issues. I was living out in Lotus. I did complete aftercare. And then I got switched to a new probation officer. I asked him if, because I was having issues getting weight, like to my probation office. There's no buses where I was staying and I wasn't aware of the Via Link system. So I
Wasn't aware of what?
It's called Via Link and it's like where if you live where there's no buses, they'll pick you up and then they'll drop you off at the nearest bus stop.
So when did you become aware of this?
A few months ago. So
how did you become aware of that?
a friend of a friend had told me about it because he was living out there in Helotes also. And he told me about it and I was like, okay, so now I know about that, but I didn't know about it then.
Why didn't you investigate that beforehand? Because reporting for probation is the #1 thing.
Yeah, no, you're right. And there's no excuse for me not going.
So the only time you researched that was when?
I didn't, like, I tried to figure out ways.
No. When is the time that you decided, hey, let me research this?
Well, I had researched it prior, just didn't find anything, but somebody told me about it. And so that's how I learned about it.
So you were having a conversation with someone. When did you have a conversation with someone concerning your inability to go to probation because of lack of transportation?
It was months ago, just months ago, honestly. But yeah, that's the reason, I just didn't have a way to get to probation. And then I couldn't contact my probation officer. So I know that's not really an excuse.
So what do you mean you couldn't contact your
I
probation?
have tried reaching him by phone
Mhm.
and I left him voicemails. He never contacted back. He never responded to none of my
And
emails.
when would you have made these phone calls?
Prior to me getting to not going to report. So I believe it was the beginning of May. And I didn't hear from him. He didn't call me back. So
All right, any questions?
So Ms. Engelsa, when you were placed on probation, you provided the address of 10950. Okay, and are you still living at that address of the place of visitors? Okay, and so probation says that they went out to make or attempt to make contact with you for your failing to report certain in 2024. What explanation do you have for living on your probation?
I'm not sure. I had gave my probation officer, I believe it was a copy of one of the bills from, it wasn't in my name, but it was the bill for my friend who I was staying with, and so I'm not sure why they weren't able to get a hold of me there, because I mean, that's where I'd been staying up until I got arrested.
Okay, and you were arrested on October 20th or October 15th or 16th of 2026. That's it.
16th, yes, sir.
That's correct.
Mhm.
Okay, and basically, that's the only reason that you're before the court today is because you were arrested for offenses and criminal trespassing. Correct?
Any further questions?
If the judge gives you one more chance on probation, what do you think are the most important things you need to do or for staying in contact with probation? Do you have a place to live?
Yes.
Okay. Is that with a friend or?
It would be with grandpa.
Is it important to you to keep your deferred adjudication status?
Yes.
Wow. But that's all I had, and I would also just, re-urge what I'm asking the court to do. But if you do decide to revoke her, we would ask for a 2-year sentence. She did do a lot when she was reporting, and thank you, Judge.
So this criminal trespass case and the criminal mischief. So criminal mischief means that someone is alleging that there is property that has been damaged. So I'm not taking the criminal mischief as true. I'm not taking the criminal trespass as true. But was she arrested at the location of the alleged criminal trespass and the alleged criminal mischief?
Yes, Judge. Yes, sir.
How far was that away from your house?
Not sure, like, it was a little bit.
Did you walk?
No, a friend picked me up like real late at night, and because I had nowhere to go at that time, and so I finally got home with a friend who picked me up. And
See, here's the thing. If it's important, you're supposed to treat it like it's important. You can find a friend to go pick you up, allegedly commit a criminal mischief and criminal trespass, but you can't find a friend to take you to meet with your probation officer. I just don't think that you're appropriate for probation. This is not the first time there's been a motion to revoke has been filed against you. You were aware of what you needed to do to be in compliance. You were only supposed to be on deferred adjudication for 2 years, but then it had to be extended because you were not doing what you were supposed to be doing. You were not following the rules. So I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation, and I'm not going to continue you. So the court is going to find you guilty, revoke. There's to be no residing in household with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Give you credit for any time served. I'll request the therapeutic community for her. Credit for any time served that's successful completion of inpatient treatment. And the court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
yes, ma'am.
All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegation and the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank
You're welcome. All right, Gul Hello. All right. So we're going to make sure that there's an interpreter for you. My understanding that you would feel more comfortable if there's an interpreter. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That is involving most people.
No. It's fine. I just want to make sure that you're understanding everything. So we'll make sure that there is an interpreter present, okay? All right. In defense, have you received all of the evidence in this case?
I have, Your Honor.
All right. And was the state able to tender an offer?
They have.
Okay. So we're gonna do, on this case, Ms. Ferguson,
Yes.
we're gonna set this for a plea deadline date, and we need to have an interpreter present. And just put it for the last week that we're here in December. All right, so we'll make sure that an interpreter is present. That's gonna be the day where you need to let me know whether or not you're accepting the offer.
Very good.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
Eric Mason,
For the judge.
good morning.
I conferred with the state, it's a discovery hearing. There are, at this point, still, there's not a surveillance video that's mentioned in the police report for the case overview. So spoke to the state to see if they can get that, and also possibly any fingerprints.
All right, so state, how long before you have that information, if it exists?
I just emailed the detective, so I imagine.
Okay. Ms. Ferguson,
Yes.
recall this for November 20th, it's for discovery.
Actually, Judge, I'm gonna be out the 19th, 20th through, I think, the 23rd.
All right, then Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
state, are you able to have this by the 18th?
But they don't email us their phone.
All right, so Norma, recall this for November 18th for discovery.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Thanks, Judge.
All right, thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, Jesus Alanis, are you all ready? Okay. Good morning, how's it going?
Good, and you?
I cannot complain. It's a beautiful day. I'm currently alive.
It's gonna be a beautiful month, Judge.
Yes, thank you. I'm just so excited about my month. And you know, tomorrow is Cindy's birthday. Say it loud, say it proud, Cindy. We're Scorpios. All right. So on this case, it's a jury trial setting today.
Okay.
Oh, let me double check.
Mhm.
Let me just look. See, I love when defense is ready. Defense is like, okay, let's do this. You all are correct. It is a plea deadline date.
We have been on our offer today. I need to call the family to start thinking about on that. So if we could maybe one more research before the one, and then by that, I said, well, I think we'll, as I said, if we're gonna resolve this or if it's not gonna set up.
All right. So y'all want to bring it back the week of November 17th? All right, Ms. Ferguson, an extension on the plea deadline date to our last week here for November. What date?
November 18th.
Is November 18th good for you,
That
council?
works, Your Honor.
All right, we'll be back on November 18th at that time. If you've not reached an agreement with the state, your next setting will be a jury trial date.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank
You got it. Okay, bye-bye. Julian Tovar.
Ready, Judge.
Another discovery hearing, Judge. And the DA is still checking on some stuff. They're gonna put the CPS records, make those available for me. And also they're gonna check the juvenile history of the alleged victim for me.
How you doing, Judge?
Oh, I'm doing great.
So if we can get the same date as the other case, the 18th.
All right, we will bring it back. Norma, bring this back on the 18th and y'all will state at that time, you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer.
Yes, sorry, Judge.
It's on,
Julian Tovar.
yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see you all back on November 18th.
Yes, Judge.
All right. It's for the state to tender an offer and also discovery.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you. Oh, no problem. Austin Rodriguez. Hello. Hi, so why were you late for court?
I was standing right outside. Everybody was in the little waiting. I didn't know that y'all had already unlocked the door.
Oh, here's the thing. Court is in the courtroom and we start every day at 9, okay?
Yes.
All righty. So there was a violation report. Have you been doing your sober support meetings?
Yes. The
And-
violation, I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, that was
Oh,
the
okay.
ruling I made for you to do sober support meeting.
Yeah, well, so whenever I went back, I had given the lady my prescription. Because I have this prescription medication. But the person that I gave the prescription to was, I don't know, a gentleman that was filling in for her while she was on the back. Apparently he never wrote down that I was on certain medications. Whenever I went back, I gave the new officer that had my medication. He went off and he was gone for probably 20 minutes and he came back and said, I was cleared for it and I don't need to go once a week, so I'm gonna go once a month. I need to do the 30, in 30 days or whatever. But because I didn't, because of the way that everything landed, he couldn't, the violation already been put in, so there was no way of revoking it.
No, there's not.
But I mean, it's because of my medication.
All right, so state on these cases, were you able to tender an offer? All right, Ms. Ferguson.
Yes.
I need a plea deadline date for the second week in December.
I can do that.
All right, December 9th will be your plea deadline date. On that date, you need to let the court know whether or not you reached an agreement. If you have not reached an agreement, your next court date will be a jury trial date. All right, thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused.
Judge, I do have one quick question. If I have motions to withdraw, will they be heard on the 9th also?
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Jason DeLeon.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning.
There hasn't been a court.
All right, thank you. Wait a second. Let me pull this up. All right. So the motion to revoke. Why is it being withdrawn?
The new cases out of Tom Green County, Your Honor, were withdrawn. They were just outright dismissed, Judge.
Okay.
You need my input, Your Honor?
Yes, so defense has just told me that the cases that were the basis of the MTR were dismissed outright in another county.
I did call them myself to verify this one.
Okay. All right, so then the MTR is withdrawn because there's no reason for the MTR.
Judge, his case expired on the 5th of this month. He's completed all the terms of his probation.
All right. All right, well, good luck to you. Continue doing whatever you've done to maintain your sobriety, okay?
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Judge, will he be termed today or as of tomorrow?
Oh, no, I just signed it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I don't need to file. I put everything in synopsis. All right, thank
Oh,
you.
perfect. Thank you, Judge.
You too, have a good one. Calvillo? All right, so where are we on discovery?
Judge, I'm requesting one more discovery study. And my review of the case, there's mention of some communications via cell phone, text messages between the defendant and the alleged complainants. And so I took some time to try to obtain that. It could possibly be it.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you reset this for discovery the last week in December for us, please? All right, we'll be back on December 15th. Do you have any questions? All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you too.
I think he said he wanted to hire.
Yes.
So,
Hire somebody? No, Judge, it's my first case, so
Then if you're hiring somebody, they need to be here on the 15th.
yes, I will.
All right.
Let me go explain everything to him.
Okay, thank you. All right, Dirk. All right, so my understanding is you're in inpatient treatment, correct? And keep up the good work, okay? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna call you back for November sixth. Did somebody bring you today?
Yeah, they set up the treatment place, they hurried and hustled together to get me here real quick, just
Okay.
because I didn't wanna go back, I was like, I just got there, you know?
Yeah, no. No, you were actually scheduled for yesterday, so that's why I recalled it for today.
Okay.
So we're gonna recall you for November sixth. They're gonna give you a reset form. You can either appear by Zoom or in person, okay? Ms. Ferguson, if you will give her a reset form for November sixth. And just let them know that you can appear by Zoom or in person. Just have a seat and they'll give you the reset form, then you're excused. And we'll let your attorney know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello. Okay. All right, so where are we on this case?
Judge, there was a plea offer that was tendered today. I talked to my client about it. We're asking for one more reset so that I can meet with him and discuss the plea offer and the evidence.
All right, December date for a plea deadline date for you.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a plea deadline date on Rodriguez.
December
Is
Yes.
December 8th? All right, so we'll bring you back on December 8th. At that time, you'll need to let the court know whether you've reached an agreement. If you have not, then your case will be set for jury trial in the new year. All right, you can have a seat. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
And Mr. Cabanas,
Yes, Your Honor.
so it's the lady who's in the box in the yellow. And you can speak to Ms. Abrams. Her name is Minakita Ferreira.
Okay.
All right, if I could have the parties on Brandy Mendoza, please. Court is calling 2025 CR 008879 State versus Brandy Mendoza. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Lauren Espinosa for the state.
Donald Wilson for the defense.
And are you Miss Brandy Mendoza? Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Mendoza, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? You're gonna need to speak up so the court reporter can hear.
Yes.
All right, and did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Your Honor.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, she has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, I believe so.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Mendoza, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and reentry. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's an $800 fine. State recommends community supervision. They will take in consideration 2025 PF 18457. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, no harmful or injurious contact with Julia Ramirez, the DOEP course, regular random UAs, and the MRT. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor, state offer states exhibit 1 and all attached.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the waiver and consent with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and view the same.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, one, we just asked the court to go along with the agreement with one, I guess, issue on the fine. She's, as you can see, she broke her leg and she's recently had surgery and spent almost a month in the hospital. She's not going to be able to put any weight on that leg for somewhere between 8 and 12 weeks. If we can at least delay starting making payments on that or probate some of that or something like that to give her some breathing room before she goes back to work, we would ask that. But otherwise, we'd ask you to approve and agree with our agreement on the plea for the probation.
All right, was the leg broken, removing the AC and climbing through the window? Is this something else?
No, something else. I just happened recently.
All right, and why is there a request for no harmful or injurious contact with Ramirez?
Judge, there was another case that has been already dismissed that was family violence disturbance or that sort of thing that has been dismissed. And so the state is being overly cautious.
Well, here's the thing. When I'm reading the police report, when the police came out, you said that you were homeless, you don't live there. So when there are relationships and you get to the point where police are being called out, people are removing AC units and going through windows and people are fighting each other, that's not a good relationship. And what usually happens is no problems have been solved. People just ignored it. And then the fact that you think somebody's cheating is going to rear its head and you're not going to be successful at this probation. So unless this person comes to court and tells me they want contact with you,
Then he is present.
oh. Well, I will hear from that person. It's not saying that I'm going to allow contact, but I'll hear from them. Are they the person who brought you down here today? All right. So I don't understand why they're here then. How did they know you would be here?
Well, she knew about the case.
Okay. Yeah, because I will tell you what I'm reading in here. You said that you don't live together. You said that she was cheating on you.
I don't.
She lives with her mother and
Okay. So are you all still in a relationship?
No.
All right. So she doesn't need to have contact with you because you all are no longer in a relationship.
I would like to be in her life though and start.
Yeah, here's the thing. You're going to have to work on yourself. And let me just tell you why I do this. I don't do this to be cruel, but if you have someone that you get to the point where you all are physically fighting each other, that's not a good relationship. I always tell people this, and I know it's hard to do because hearts are involved, but when you suspect that someone is cheating on you and they tell you they're not, you either accept it or you don't. You don't get involved in a physical altercation. And that's why the police ended up here. And then that's why you're here, because from that, you have this possession case.
I have a question.
Sure.
Where is it coming from that is being said that I said she was cheating, where there was cheating involved?
Let me tell you what it says in the police report. I was dispatched to the location for a disturbance. Upon arrival, I made contact with the victim, that's Ramirez, who informed me she was holding your keys and phone hostage due to you having her wallet with her social and ID inside. Victim stated that suspect had been allowed to stay at the listed residence for a month now, and they have had an intimate relationship together. I tried to solve the matters by having each party give what they claim the other took. Suspect, that's you, informed me she did not have the victim's wallet. I spoke with the victim and began gathering the story and was informed that her wallet had gone missing from where she normally places it, and that after she stepped away, it was gone. Victim was adamant that it was you who took the wallet. Victim then elaborated on her grabbing suspect's keys and phone and locking suspect outside the residence. Victim proceeded to state that suspect made entry to the house by removing an AC unit and climbing in. Suspect proceeded to grab a hold of victim, leaving visible injuries. Suspect proceeded to punch victim on the left side of her face twice with a closed fist. I observed visible injuries to victim's left cheek. Suspect then grabbed victim's shirt and began aggressively pulling it, leaving a large scratch on the left side of the victim's neck. Victim stated she defended herself to get suspect off of her. The two parties then separated and called for police. Victim refused to cooperate initially with the police in regards to photographs, paperwork, and statements. Suspect informed me nothing physical happened and she did not live with the victim. Suspect then stated that she was homeless. I was then provided with the story of suspect, that's you, demanding to see victim's phone due to some suspicions of victim cheating on her. This is what initially created the argument between both individuals. So that's where I get that. So this is what the court is going to do. There's going to be an $800 fine that will be probated. 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 2 years. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Take in consideration 2025 PF 18457. TAP evaluation out of custody, follow TAP recommendations. There's to be no contact with Julia Ramirez. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
7 and 10.
Do they live with you?
Currently, no.
Is Child Protective Services involved?
No.
So why are your children not living with you?
I lost my apartment and I asked my kid's father to watch them and he just hasn't gave them back. So we're going through like court and that's next month to determine like us getting half and half.
And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you will get drug tested.
Clean.
All right, you're going to get drug tested today. There's going to be no residing in households with minors. If that drug test comes back positive, that will remain. So you're going to get drug tested today. Do you understand? And so you still want to say you're going to be clean?
Yes.
All right, you're going to get drug tested today. So there's going to be no residing in households with minors, no unsupervised contact with minors. Proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors.
Judge, that's where we'd ask for some leeway because she may not be able to work.
Oh, we'll find it. You just need to give a doctor's note to them and then we'll take that up. So she needs to provide a doctor's reason for not being able to work. 120 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. And there's going to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else? All right. Did you review the document entitled trial court? Did you review the document entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. They'll give you where you need to go to do the drug test.
Judge, she is presently living with her mother in Kyle, up north of San Marcos. Her mother, though, is in the process of moving to the valley and sometime in the next month or 2 months. And so we will have to come back and ask for
permission to transfer it or
Oh, we
something.
can do a transfer to Cal.
Well, that's just for the time being, then it's gonna be Rio Grande Valley.
Okay, all right, thank you.
It's just cute.
And what county is Cal?
Kyle is in Hayes County, I believe.
Okay. All right, and then you'll do the UA today. And she's gonna tell you where you need to go to do the UA. All right. Are the parties ready on Manakita Barrera?
Ready, Judge.
All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 002-957W State versus Manakita De Jesus Barrera. Could I have parties announced?
Second Gallagher State.
And for the defense?
Good morning, Judge. Alfonso Cabañas for Ms. Barrera.
And are you Ms. Barrera?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Barrera, you have an attorney, a previous attorney appointed to you.
Yes, ma'am.
That attorney is in jury trial.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
he's been in jury trial and misdemeanor court for 3 days. He informed the court that if you wanted the new counsel assigned, he is fine with counsel being assigned. So do you have any objections to Mr. Cabanas being assigned as your new attorney?
That's fine.
All right, and Mr. Cabanas, you were assigned today. Do you request any time to prepare?
No, Judge, we were 10 days to prepare.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Barrera, did you review the motion to revoke community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
That's fine.
Are you the same Manakita Barrera who's placed on community supervision in 2025 CR 002-957W for the offense of fraudulent use or possession of identifying information, items under 5 on March 13, 2025 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Ma'am.
All right, state.
Violation of solution number 8 on or about 28th day of July 2025. Where County taxes, the defendant, Ida Herrera, failed to report a change of address, supervision officer, in violation of condition number 8.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 8, the court can find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 8? Court will find violation of condition number 8 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, Judge. State is requesting that you grant this motion and revoke the defendant's supervision. That's supposed to be based on things that are contained within the first company.
All right. And defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're asking that the court follow the recommendation by probation to send Ms. Barrera to felony drug court.
All right. So probation,
Yes, Judge.
is that what probation is recommending?
So the recommendation on the court summary is to amend for a TAP recommendation that she go to SATIP. She remains in Bear County until she gives birth, then participate in SATIP. Once she's medically cleared. I did look over previous information from the last MTR. This is her second MTR. She's been on probation not even a year, Judge. The last MTR, she was supposed to go to a NOS program. She wasn't accepted into NOS. She was supposed to have a felony drug court evaluation, and then return back to court. That did not happen. She was not accepted into the NOS program because my notes indicate the NOS program didn't accept her insurance.
Okay. So any objections to the court reviewing the court summary?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So here's the thing. Do I think you would be a good candidate for probation? No. We've tried things. But am I willing? Maybe things will change. Maybe there can be some help for you. I know that from reading this, well, I don't know why the tears are here. Because I will tell you this, I appreciate the tears, right?
It's not even a fun.
But let me just tell you, just like the song says, tears do not make flowers grow. And the problem is you haven't been stepping up to the plate and doing what you're supposed to do. I'm reading this, the court summary, and you know what it says in here? Your parents have custody of your other children due to CPS issues. No, that's what that says here.
That's what it says, but I have paper, I can get paperwork and proof from Attorney General that I have full rights to custody of my kids.
You should.
And I'm the custodial parent of all three. It's just, I'm waiting on my housing.
You shouldn't.
I've been bouncing from place to place, so that's why I didn't want to.
Let me just tell you, you should not have custody of your children. And this is what I don't understand. And I want you to internalize what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be mean, but people are just going out here having children, have no means to financially support them. According to this, you have 3 other children. So when I would do CPS cases, you know what I would tell my clients? I'm like, look, I'm going to give you a pass on your first child. Maybe you don't know, nobody told you how babies are made, right? So I'm going to give you a pass for that. But I would have clients who would be 20 years old and have 5 children. And I'm doing the math in my head. At some point, everybody knows where children are made. Do you know I had a CPS case once and they were saying, well, Stephanie, we're going to place the child with the great grandparent. I was like, well, that's going to mess things up because, I'm hoping everybody will live forever. But I'm like, that great grandparent is too old. No, not too old. On the CPS side, we have grandparents who are like 40. I actually represented somebody once. I was representing the baby. And you know how old that baby's mom was? 12. People out here just running around, having children, not giving them any idea of what life is all about, just procreating. And here you are, you're out here just procreating. And you have no means to support. Oh, I'm placing my children with my grandparents because I don't want to be bouncing from place to place because I don't have a place to stay. Whose fault is that? Yours? Get a job. People always will find a place to make a baby, but they don't have a place to support their children. Now your children are with the maternal grandparents, and trust me, grandparents, guess what they want to do? They just want to be the fun grandparent. There are no rules here. I'm going to spoil my grandbabies and then send them back home to you. But they can't because you're not doing anything.
I've actually been waiting on my housing.
Now, here's the thing. You're waiting on housing. Guess what? You're not providing that housing. The government is providing housing, which means taxpayers are providing housing. And I got news for you. There's a government shutdown. And I don't know why you would choose to get pregnant, because people know how babies are made, when you don't have your life together. And you don't even have your 3 children with you. Now you're crying before me because you don't want to go to the state jail facility. And let me just tell you, I would send you for 2 years, right? And you know what would end up happening? You would be at the state jail facility. And when your baby was born, somebody would be right there to pick up your baby. Somebody in the form of the state, Child Protective Services. And either it would be placed with your maternal grandparents, but your mom may say, you know what? I can't take any more children. And then you know what ends up happening? Then your siblings are separated. Because somebody will adopt your baby. Your attorney will tell you, guess what? It's always easy to get a newborn baby adopted because you know why? People are looking to adopt children. Guess what they figure? There isn't too much damage that a parent could have done to this child unless they were using drugs while they were carrying the child. They are ready to go and take that baby. And you know, on the CPS side, when you place children with foster parents, they're just supposed to foster. We're going to be here. We're a stopgap for the parent. The parent's going to get their life together. But you know what really happens? Foster parents fall in love with the children. Next thing you know, they're hiring an attorney, and that attorney is filing motions so that they can adopt your child and your rights can be terminated. And then that's how you have a bunch of people walking around on the planet, don't even know they're related because people like you are just procreating. And then you come before me crying because you haven't done what you're supposed to do. So I'm going to give you a choice. Do I think you will be successful on this probation? Absolutely not. But, I can be proved wrong. I don't have a crystal ball. I can send you, let you do your two years at the state jail facility now, or you're going to stay at the jail till you're ready to be transferred to inpatient treatment or felony drug court. And I can tell you, felony drug court, they have said that they're down a probation officer, so they can't take as many people or accept as many people as they normally would. So that's where we are. But suffice it to say, you're not going to be with your child. So either you're not going to be with your child because you're going into the state jail facility for 2 years, or either you're not going to be with your child because you're going to be in inpatient treatment. And with your child, if your grandparents don't pick up your child from the prison of the Bexar County Jail, Child Protective Services, they're going to be called anyway. They're going to do an investigation to see if it's appropriate for your child to go with your maternal grandparents. And if they say no, then CPS will have custody of your child. And I see in here where your mother don't even know where you are. Spoke to mom who stated she hasn't seen her daughter, but I'll tell her to call probation if she finds her. So instead of you helping your mother with your children, you're just out here procreating. So which do you prefer? 2 years in the state jail facility, or either you're going to remain in the state jail facility, remain here at the Bexar County Jail till you're transferred to somebody's inpatient treatment or felony drug court. Which do you prefer?
I would like to try to get rehab or drug court now.
All right, the court is going to deny the motion, alternate amend conditions. She's to remain in custody for a transfer to felony drug court. We're going to do an updated TAP. And regardless of what the TAP says, it's going to be inpatient treatment. And once she's released, there's going to be field visits until further notice. Is there anything else?
Not from defense counsel, Judge.
All right, we can go off the record. So do not come to me. If you're back here again for this, don't come because you're wasting your tears, not helping flowers grow. You understand? All right, if you graduate from felony drug court, I'll come to your graduation.
Can I say something?
Sure.
The only thing is I waited 9 weeks before I was notified that the rehab nurse had rejected me. I do have Medicaid. I'm not understanding why they rejected my Medicaid. And I wasn't told, they never called me out. I barely got my court date 2 weeks ago to reappear for interview. If I would have, I kept asking and asking what the situation was with my case, and they wouldn't tell me.
Let me ask you this. All of your trying, you were successful in finding time to find some guy and have a baby, become pregnant. You're able to do that, but you were not able to be present for your field visits. You're not available to report to probation because they couldn't find you. You're able to do all of that.
I was reporting on this came out by UA, I wouldn't show up for my report dates.
No, they tried to find you. They could not.
That's where I just found.
So
I was kicked out from where I was staying, and my belongings had got stolen. My cell phone had got stolen. That's why I wasn't able to receive the phone call.
but here's the thing. You were able to contact someone so you could have a baby and become pregnant.
I was already pregnant by the time I got out to probation.
All right, good luck to you.